just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Here's Ryan to throw. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
On second and 9, Mond. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Mond going to throw it. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Ronald Jones there to make the grab. And the Colts are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Flush to his right. That is caught by Mims. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Ryan. This goes out wide for Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go play action now. Ryan. To Mixon on the check down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To throw again is Ryan. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Denzel Mims there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Mond's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Seven yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Here's Mond. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. O.J. Howard there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan dumps it off to Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. of the gun. It's Ryan. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Here's Ryan. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing again, Ryan. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mon looks to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Mon. They're going for it. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
27 yards.
And the Colts continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And Ryan's throw here pulled in by Beasley.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Now it's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this one out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they?
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. To throw. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Tennessee. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Akeem Hicks. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. To try again after the sack. Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Mond's throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Chris Godwin.
40 yards. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Ryan. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Ryan. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mon. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. O.J. Howard, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts are drawing closer